just finished the mastermind, just uploaded. It should have landed in your inbox by now if you joined in. I appreciate you all so much. It feels really fun to speak to you about empowerment. And I've had an epiphany in the last few days. Crazy. And Phil Goodman, I think his name is, has just put a post that landed straight into my heart space. It says this. I've posted in my stories if you want to check it out, because he's probably got a video on it as well. It says, what does it say? Staying with someone just because you see their potential is like waiting for your cat to bark. Geez, that made me laugh, because I've caught this in myself. And I wanted to speak into projection, because from my limited knowledge, I saw projection only as people throwing negativity onto you. You know, when somebody's angry and they accuse you of being angry and you're not angry, you're just standing there and you're holding space for their whatever they're processing, and they shift blame onto you. Well, this is what I've always known as projection with psychology. But I looked up some words today, because that's what I love to do, because I realized that my downfall, truthfully, is that I see potential in everybody, and that too is projection. Because it's not rational. If all we have is me, all we have is you, if you're in your own mini universe, I'm in my own mini universe, and everything's a projection, then the energies or the emotions that I'm holding are what give me those rose-colored glasses. So the potential that I see in another may not be realistic. And so I looked up the etymology of projection, and it means to throw forth, which is to cast, which is spell work. So you're either working with spell work for light, which is I see your potential, which is I see you're amazing. I see that you have potential for being loving. I see that you have potential for being trustworthy. I see that you have potential for being generous. I see that you have the potential for being free. But it's not necessarily realistic if that's not what you're showing me. And so my own spells coming back to me using the light energy. Is that hitting home? Because projection, as far as psychology goes, that I've studied and that I've always processed it by looking at it this way, I'll read you the definition. When someone unconsciously attributes their thoughts, feelings, or behaviors to another person, they are projecting. So they are doing spell work, right? We can feel it. You know, it's subconscious. It's their traumas. It's their limited ways of thinking. They are not able to process or do that deep dive inner work, and in this season I feel that's what Spirit's calling us all to do, and so they throw it onto you. This is victim consciousness in a nutshell. And so if they are not able to process by themselves, I'm not sure that you can help them. You know, I've spent my whole life trying to help these types of people, and Spirit's always reprimanded me for overgiving of my energy exchange. I was shown really bizarre things, like, why is my house not finished? And Spirit would say, well, that's because you're overgiving. Back then I thought it was financially, and a lot of it was, because money too is energy. But it's your time is energy. Your respect is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Everything that you're throwing out into the field, into the quantum field, is your precious source energy. And so I've had to, in the last month, catch myself and realize that some that are stringing along for me, I'm holding space for them because I see their potential, and that in fact is not a reality. I just created it. Really difficult lesson here. I was the projector, projecting my good intentions upon those that I felt red flags for. My intuition was screaming, and I silenced her. The sixth sense gifting that Spirit's given me, that you don't feel in this brain, you feel it in this brain, in the sacred belly, in the womb, where you co-create from, actually. If you look at the marketers, they use red and yellow by design to sell you crappy foods. Because red and yellow, these are your co-creational colors. They link into, do I feel safe in my root, the foundation of my house? Do I feel safe in my ego state? And the ego state matches the vibration of what you eat, what you think, what you digest on any energetic level. Thank you, Az, for being here. And thank you, Tony, and anyone else that's jumped in that I've missed. Stephen, Eastern Electric Boutique, thank you for being here. So, have you caught yourself projecting like I did? Have you ever thought about it in reverse before? Because this is new wisdom to me. I had to face it head on. These are decades of trying to process what spirit was meaning. I'm giving away my electric golden energy, and that's not coming from ego state. I say this with love and compassion that we're all going to make it, but maybe not on the same timeline. You see, every morning my mantra is I choose to operate from my highest timeline. And so of course I see your potential. That's what I fell in love with. My husband's accused me of loving too hard. And then I laugh at that because I don't want to change that aspect of my soul. Is loving too hard bad? I'm really pleased to hear that you've been processing this as well, because this is news to me. This is good news, that I can tether back my sacred energy and that I can renegotiate, that others match me where I'm at. Imagine a world so powerful that you are running in the right wave for you. For we all attract who we are conscious of emotionally. And it's those that miss surfing that wave or go back down to the deep dive or go back into the circle of co-creational evolution that have to hit repeat because they didn't learn the sacred lesson. They were too afraid to dive right into their own emotional energies. They were expecting the cats to bark. When I was setting up my business, the lawyer said to myself and a business partner, do you want a dog business or a cat business? Now the dog owns the ground, the dog owns the house, the dog owns the shop front, but the cat is the astral. The cat is online. And I said to him, I want both. I want the cat and dog. I want both in my business. But I don't want both in my relationships or my friendships or my dealings, you see, because I need to know that my dog's loyal. Cats can't attach. Cats have attachment issues. They're floating around there in the astral. They've got shapeshifters in them sometimes. Look at this with people, okay? At least a dog goes back to its vomit, but a dog knows its place. A dog is loyal. A dog will love you unconditionally. I'm upping my standards for this, not just personally, but within my business dealings. And accusation can just shoof on out because accusation is projection from the unveiled heart or the devil that I spoke about the other day. Deveil, yet to be deveiled, yet to be circumcised. The uncircumcised heart is closed. And so, I'm not going to tame my projections. I'm just going to tame my expectations because I see you all have potential. I've come so far, I don't recognize myself. Without somebody believing in me, I wouldn't have come to journey this far yet, and I have a huge evolution to go. None of us are at the finish line yet. We're just at the start of the opening of the revelations veil. The veil is tearing. The heart is opening. We're remembering that we're actually spirit beings that live in a house, and the dog's in the house sometimes, and the cat's in the astral. Do you see where I'm heading? You see the cat has the same type of pupil as a serpent being or a crocodile. This is why the ancients linked all of those symbols to Leviathan energy, because the mind loves to tether off the ego, just like McDonald's uses those colors. I'm not grounded in feeling safe. My ego needs cheap counterfeits to make me feel comforted. I'm setting my intentions today that I'm worthy of so much more. So are you. I hope this is helpful. Project, but remember that whatever you're projecting has to be realistic. It's not even your energy, so use it wisely. You're the bank holding source energy, so if it's not reciprocated, tether it back and shift your timeline state. I love you. If you're interested in joining my membership, I'm so excited. We started our first session today. It was a great session about empowerment. I've made it really affordable for you to join into group coaching as just a little stepping stone for accountability and shifting, working on the body, mind, and the spirit. Yeah, I speak a lot into the spirit because a lot of you still identify as the body or the mind. All of that's matter. That is low vibrational state. That is subconscious mind. Let's step into the right brain and operate at spirit. If the spirit is in control of your beautiful temple, you're vibrating at crystalline state. If you're interested in joining, please jump into my new website designed by the amazing Crystal Renee, all using my human design, all using my vibrational colors and sacred geometry. I'm super excited for this to attract my genuine clients that are ready to shift into a higher mindset. My membership is actually called Miracle Mindset Membership, and I am there just to hold space for you and share what I'm learning and discuss things openly. If you're interested, sign up today. Hit me up if you need the link, and I love you. Thank you for your comments. I love learning from you. We are co-creating together. This is a movie. We are all projecting using emotional energies, and so learn the lesson quickly and you will shift into a higher timeline. We are masters at the law of attraction, but most of it's unconscious. Be empowered. I love you.